We are at the RV dealer in Cicero, New York, dropping our RV off to get the brakes fixed. And yeah, here we are. This Florida girl is not used to cold weather in the summertime. People make fun of Floridians for wearing flip-flops all the time. I have like shorts on, flip-flops, and I don't know, it's cold. I'm like shivering in whatever, August in New York. We're back at the RV dealer picking the RV up, and they said that there was a short. No, what did they say? Oh. There was a bad magnet by the axle that every time we would go over a bump it would hit and short out the wires, so they were able to fix it like in an hour and a half basically. So we're already on the way back to the campground, so that's really great. Since I saw you last, we went into Gander Mountain to see what they have. They're having a big like closing sale, and I mentioned I was cold earlier, and I was able to get a sweater, a $65 sweater for $3. And I will say that it's 71 outside, so I'm a little embarrassed about that. Alright, the moment of truth. We just started off, and I think we'll know between here and the campground if our brakes are actually fixed. They went out on the way here.
Briefly, I mean, it was nothing, it was a blip.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh, just a little blip, no brakes.
Well, it didn't affect because I was going and stopping. So
Yeah. We're on little roads on the way back, so we'll see. All right.
Some nice little bumps.
Oh God.
I'm sure it's not trust. So look at that hill up there. This is just unnecessary stress. Over humps and hills and blind corners. I mean, just not a good idea. Trailer on the road because he has no tag on it and he can't control it. I mean, just really taxing the truck. The worst thing to do is to drive this slow.
We're getting set back up at the campsite, and we took a little bit longer getting back home because I was in charge of navigating us, and Google Maps looked like a really good option to go by some river and see a little bit of the countryside. Turns out it was not a good idea. We didn't damage the RV and truck, we don't think, but we ended up on a no laned road that was really small, and then it turned to gravel. And I knew Adam was probably coming out of his skin. I'm no longer allowed to be in charge of navigation with the RV other than on major roads. I'm sure he's going to be looking over all of the RV and the truck to make sure that we don't have any rock chips, because he's just that kind of guy. It is about 7:30 in the morning on a Thursday morning, and Adam is washing the car, the truck, and I expect that he'll probably be out here for another 3 hours or so washing the car. But yeah, we'll check back and see how much progress we get done. Alright, Dad, where are you on the process? It's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Have mercy. I'm on my last panel. The thing didn't work. It's a little better, didn't work quite as good as planned, but it's okay. I mean, the truck's going to look nice because it's going to be, from a distance, it's going to be big old black and shiny. So at least we'll have a shiny truck. So everybody in the video, please comment if you think my truck is shiny.
Okay. Here we are. The truck is looking beautiful, and it's 11:30. Did you know that, Dad?
Oh, I thought it was later than that. That's not bad. I thought it was 12. This is the quick man's guide to getting the dirt off. I don't have time to vacuum, so I'm just, before I call it a day.
So 4 hours later.
Yeah, I told Ken, 7:30.
7:30 to 11:30.
Show them how big this truck is again. Most people know. It's a big truck, and it's black. If it was white or silver, I could probably get away with taking some shortcuts. It's hard with black. If you're going to do it, you might as well make it look as good as you can.
1, 2, 3. Life's a lot more slow here in Wolcott, which I think is a welcome change. We have our morning routine of going for a walk and letting the girls run back and forth, and Kaylin does her sprints, and right now we're going to pick up mail. And sometimes we'll go 2 and 3 times up to the office a day to check mail. So that's what we're doing right now. Yep.
1, 2, 3.
We just got to the Sodas Point Lighthouse and thought we'd check it out. We're in the Finger Lake region in New York for the solar eclipse, and we're at the Thorpe Vineyards for a solar eclipse party. And the girls and I have been waiting. I'm hoping that Adam's going to be able to come join us here shortly, so we've been here just hanging out. They've got a professor from the college, and he's got a telescope, and everybody's hanging out here and drinking wine and waiting for the full solar eclipse. So
Can you see it?
can you see? Can you see it? You can see it?
I love the hobby.
You do?
It's very cool.
Ellie, do you love the RV? Yeah.
Ellie,
Ellie likes getting out of her bed at night. Ellie, you gonna sleep in your bed tonight?
For the second time in 1 week, we have had a Google Maps catastrophe. This time we kept seeing these signs that said no truck over 9 tons, and we were like, oh well, we're not really sure. And then I looked looked it up, and what are we, probably like 12 tons?
Well, I know we're over 9 tons.
We're well over
closer
9.
to 9 tons is basically 18,000 pounds. We're probably somewhere around 24,000 pounds. So, yeah.
So we
12 to 12.
we decided to listen to the signs whenever they turned red and said trucks must exit now. And then to our surprise, it was just a U-turn. It made us do a U-turn. So we had to go back about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes back to where and now we're rerouting again. So we are not listening to Google Maps anymore.
Well, Google Maps doesn't know what we're driving, so I guess it's not fair to pick on it. I guess we should be more thoughtful in doing our due diligence on what road to take. But yeah, if you're ever in something big, especially an RV, I would suggest that you do not trust Google Maps. But I'm sure anybody that drives an RV already knows that. I've had this lesson given to me, not just this past week, but we've just been told this, and here we are once again thinking, oh, it's no big deal. But to be fair, I have to say I wanted to go back out the way we came, which was to get on a bypass interstate type thing to get back on Interstate 90, but apparently it was way out of the way according to Google Maps. So we wound up taking a chance and taking some back roads in the mountainous upstate New York. Anyway, hopefully we've learned our lessons, but when we saw the signs flash red that we no trucks over 9 tons, we felt that they were not, playing games with us about going through there. It wasn't just they didn't want us to tear up their roads. So we don't know what we would have encountered, but apparently something that we shouldn't have taken our truck through.